Welcome to the Axalta Coating Systems Product Stewardship module. Have you ever wondered what impact a particular product has on the environment during its life cycle? For instance, is a hybrid vehicle really better for the environment, or is the manufacturing process that is used to create the batteries actually more harmful? Or have you ever wondered what happens when the product is no longer usable? Does it end up in a landfill, or is it able to be recycled for other uses? Have you ever wondered if there were certain safety precautions you needed to take with a particular product? These types of questions and many more are central to the idea of product stewardship. In this module, we will discuss what is stewardship and why it is important. We'll also specifically discuss product stewardship for Axalta Coating Systems products, including product handling, safe application, and proper disposal. We will also cover your responsibility in communicating stewardship information to your customers and what upselling opportunities exist with PBE products. Product stewardship is an integrated business process for identifying, managing, and reducing the safety, health, and environmental risks throughout all the stages of a product's life cycle. By utilizing product stewardship, Axalta can develop products that are in the best interests of end-use customers, Axalta, distributor employees, and the environment. Many products we come in contact with daily have risks or dangers associated with them. Every household contains various chemicals that are used for everything from cleaning the bathroom to polishing the floor or washing the windows. Product stewardship provides a method for businesses and customers to accurately assess and manage these risks. One way it does this is to effectively communicate the relevant information needed to ensure the health and safety of employees, end-use customers, and the environment. This means providing information on the safe handling, use, and disposal of all Axalta products to all our Axalta employees and distributors. In turn, it is your responsibility to share this information with your customers. Let's get started by talking about some basic safety guidelines around the handling, application, and disposal of PBE products. Safety is a core value of Axalta. It is our goal to have zero workplace accidents, and therefore, it is critical you pay attention to the safety information shared in this module and to follow the safety guidelines presented. Safety is a personal responsibility, but by following these best practices, you can protect yourself, your coworkers, and your customers. The first thing for you and your customers to know is that most refinish products, including those manufactured by Axalta, have fire-causing potential. This potential can be classified as extremely flammable, flammable, or combustible. Extremely flammable means that even in cold weather, below 20 degrees Fahrenheit, the presence of a flame, spark, or even static electricity can cause the solvent or paint vapors to ignite. Flammable refinish products can cause a flash fire in temperatures below 100 degrees Fahrenheit, while combustible refinish products must be heated above room temperature to ignite. Mixed paint products have all the hazards of each component, so read the label carefully. The fire-causing potential is usually stated on product labels. To reduce the fire hazards and minimize the danger, follow these best practices. First, do not smoke where paint is stored, mixed, or sprayed, including around drums or pails of solvent or mixed paint. Second, keep sources of ignition away from paint products, such as welding equipment, heat lamps, or anything that might cause a spark. In order for you to safely handle Axalta Coating Systems products, you need to wear the appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE. PPE is designed to protect you from the hazards of the chemical components used in the products and is a key factor in protecting your health and safety. Therefore, it is a fundamental part of responsible product stewardship. Common PPE for paint products include protective clothing, safety eyewear, specially designed gloves, and NIOSH-approved respiratory protection. Let's look at each of these items in more detail. Refinish paint products can be irritating to the eyes, and prolonged exposure can potentially cause blindness. To prevent eye irritation or contamination caused by splashing, wear safety glasses with side shields or lightweight plastic goggles when handling, mixing, or applying paint products. Choose goggles that are approved by the American National Standards Institute and stamped with Z87. If any refinished paint product is splashed in your eyes, flood your eyes with water for at least 15 minutes and call a physician. Ask your manager where to locate and how to operate your eye wash station in case of this emergency situation. Refinished paint products can irritate the sensitive membranes of the nose and throat to varying degrees. The chemicals which can irritate nose and throat membranes may also be capable of damaging sensitive lung tissue. If inhaled, these substances commonly enter the bloodstream, where they can attack other internal organs and the nervous system, causing dizziness, nausea, and other symptoms. Therefore, it is critical to wear NIOSH-approved respiratory protection when handling, mixing, or applying paint products. A National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, or NIOSH-approved respirator with organic vapor cartridges or supplied air respirators can help minimize exposure to paint vapors. Guidelines for the selection and use of respirators are included at the CDC website, www.cdc.gov/NIOSH. Refinished products can cause skin irritation by dissolving the skin's natural protective barrier of oils. If the skin experiences enough direct contact with solvents or certain paint products, it can turn dry and white and become cracked and fissured. Therefore, it is important to always wear protective clothing and gloves when handling refinished products. Wear a Tyvek or equivalent paint suit when handling, mixing, or applying refinished products to protect your skin from solvents and other refinished chemicals. Wear gloves when handling, mixing, or applying refinished products. The key is to wear the correct gloves for the job. Ordinary rubber dish washing gloves or surgical gloves will dissolve when in contact with solvents or refinished products, whereas nitrile gloves offer more protection against most commonly used refinished solvents. When using a product you are unfamiliar with, it is important to check the usage guidelines. There is no one safety measure that will work for all products. Remember, overexposure to refinished products can cause both acute and chronic health issues. An acute health issue is one that occurs immediately upon overexposure. A chronic health issue is one that occurs as a result of long-term overexposure. Acute hazard exposure can produce varied symptoms, including irritability, fatigue, headaches, dizziness, sleepiness, loss of coordination and reflexes, nausea, and a staggering gait. Although acute effects are reversible if exposure to the solvent or refinished product is discontinued, these symptoms are an indication of overexposure. Chronic hazard exposure may cause permanent brain damage, including behavioral changes, loss of memory, confusion, seizures, and so on. This is why it is critical to read all MSDS and label directions and use all the proper personal protective equipment. There is no shortcut in protecting your health and the health of your customers when using PBE products. Product stewardship also covers the safe application of refinished products. It is important to note that most Axalta Coating Systems products are designed for professional use only. It is your own responsibility as a professional to use and apply Axalta products according to their safety guidelines. Some Axalta Coating Systems products contain VOCs. VOC stands for volatile organic compounds. VOCs are organic chemicals, or a broad class of substances containing carbon that have a high vapor pressure at ordinary room temperature conditions. Their high vapor pressure results from a low boiling point, which causes large numbers of molecules to evaporate or sublimate from the liquid or solid form of the compound and enter the surrounding air. VOCs are usually measured as the weight in pounds of volatile organic compound per ready-to-spray gallon. Many VOCs are dangerous to human health or cause harm to the environment. Therefore, they are one form of target hazardous air pollutants, or HAPs, that are being regulated by federal, state, and local agencies. For more information on VOCs, visit the EPA website. In January 2008, the U.S. EPA published a new regulation that applies to certain surface coating operations. The official name of this rule is National Emissions Standards for Hazardous Air Pollutants, Paint Stripping and Miscellaneous Surface Coating Operations at Area Sources. The rule is written in the federal system at 40 CFR Part 63, Subpart HHHHH, so it is also known as Subpart 6H. The Federal Clean Air Act requires the EPA to reduce the public's exposure to hazardous air pollutants, or HAPs. These substances are known or suspected to have harmful effects on human health or the environment. The EPA is required to identify and list the industry categories that represent 90% of the emissions of urban air toxics. Auto body refinishing and miscellaneous surface coating are 2 of the 70 listed categories. Data from paint suppliers has shown that coatings used in auto body and other surface coating operations may contain lead or lead compounds, chromium or chromium compounds, cadmium or cadmium compounds, manganese or manganese compounds, or nickel or nickel compounds. In the Subpart 6H rule, these compounds are called target HAPs. The Subpart 6H rule covers operations that do any of the following: perform paint stripping operations using methylene chloride, spray apply coatings to motor vehicles and mobile equipment, such as traditional refinish, or who perform spray applications of coatings that contains a target HAP to a plastic or metal substrate on a part or product. If a surface coating operation is performed by individuals on personal vehicles, possessions, or property as a hobby or maintenance, are exempt from the rule. Also, if the surface coating is done by individuals for others without compensation, as long as no more than 2 cars are coated per year, they are exempt as well. Other exemptions include facility or building maintenance or motor vehicle and mobile equipment spray-applied surface coating operations who successfully petition the administrator for exemption by demonstrating that no target HAPs are used in any of their coatings. The rule requires all painters to be trained and certified on spray gun equipment selection, spray techniques, maintenance, and environmental compliance. The installation and operation of filter technology on all spray booths, stations, or enclosures to achieve at least a 98% capture efficiency. All spray-applied coatings to be applied in a spray booth, preparation station, or mobile enclosure that meets the requirements of the rule. All spray-applied coatings to be applied with a high-volume, low-pressure HVLP spray gun, electrostatic application, airless or air-assisted airless spray gun, or equivalent technology. Paint spray gun cleaning to be done so that an atomized mist of cleaning solvent is not created outside a container that collects used gun cleaning solvent. Many of your customers who buy Axalta Coating Systems products will be subject to this regulation. Consider sharing the EPA's Summary of Regulations Controlling Air Emissions brochure with them, or directing them to www.haps6h.com for more information. Since paint materials are classified as hazardous materials, they must be disposed of properly. Federal, state, and local government agencies regulate the proper disposal of hazardous waste. Here are a few important points to remember. Never put liquid paint into the trash or pour it down the drain. Paint disposed of this way can contaminate our water resources and the environment. Never drive with uncovered or unsecured paint in a vehicle. The fumes from the paint can cause health and safety issues that can lead to accidents. Small amounts of paint can be solidified. Because of the increased health and safety risks involved in solidifying oil-based paints, contact your local city or county officials for other proper disposal methods. The Federal Environmental Protection Agency has published a document called Managing Your Hazardous Waste, a Guide for Small Business. This document can be helpful in determining what hazardous waste regulations apply and the proper disposal requirements. Consider sharing this document with your PBE customers and directing them to contact their local waste hauler for additional information. Just like you, your customers are handling, mixing, applying, and disposing of PBE products, which is why it is important for you to talk with them about product stewardship. By sharing health, safety, and environmental information with customers, you can position yourself and your company as knowledgeable, caring resources. It also provides you with a good opportunity to upsell additional personal protective equipment. To determine the upselling opportunities that might exist, always ask questions first to better qualify the customer and uncover how the products will be used or handled. Based on the responses you receive, determine the best recommendations for ensuring positive stewardship solutions. Ask your customer questions such as, do you have a NIOSH-approved respirator? If so, what type of respirator do you have? If you have a charcoal respirator, when was the last time you changed the charcoal filters? Do you have safety glasses or goggles at home you can use with this product? Do you have neoprene gloves already? Did you know that the only way to remove the solvents from your hands is to use hand cleaner? Their answers will determine how much information to share regarding PPE products and what to recommend based on their needs. In this module, we have defined product stewardship and why product stewardship is important. We have reviewed the safe handling, use, and disposal of paint products as a critical component of a product stewardship program, and the role you play in making our workplaces and communities safer and healthier, both today and in the future. Now, take a few moments to answer the retention questions about product stewardship. A body shop calls the store asking how they are supposed to dispose of their leftover paint. How would you respond? Select an answer, then click the Submit button. To proceed to the next question, click Continue. From the list below, match the appropriate PPE product to the body part it protects by dragging the items from the left column to the items on the right. Once you've matched all items, click Submit. To proceed to the next question, click Continue. Which of the following options does the abbreviation VOC stand for? Click Submit and then Continue to proceed. True or false? Acute health issues are reversible if exposure to the solvent or refinish product is discontinued. Choose your answer, then click Submit. True or false? A chronic health issue is one that occurs after immediate exposure to refinish products. Choose your answer, then click Submit. Choose the answer that best completes this statement. To reduce the fire hazard when working with refinish products, you should. True or false? If any refinish product is splashed in your eyes, you should flood your eyes with water for at least 15 minutes and call a physician. Choose your answer, then click Submit. True or false? In order to protect yourself properly, you must wear a NIOSH-approved respirator when handling, mixing, or applying refinish products. Choose your answer, then click Submit. Choose the option that best answers this question. When using a refinish product you are unfamiliar with, where can you find the safety guidelines? Choose the option that best answers this question. For those who paint more than 2 cars annually for profit, what operations does the 6H rule regulate? Thank you for completing the Nason Finishes Stewardship module. Good luck and good selling!